Hey everyone, James with TFBTV here at B&T headquarters in Switzerland with the man himself, the myth, the legend, Karl Brugger, a good friend of mine. He's going to walk us through the APC-10 because the APC-10 is like this extension of this trend that we're seeing with more and more people turning back to 10 millimeter because, I mean, certainly you remember when 10 millimeter came about. I mean, you are a young guy, you know, late 30s, early 40s. Yeah. And you remember certainly when 10 millimeter was introduced, and then it kind of fell out of favor. But now it seems like there's enough demand for it that you all, B&T, are actually making a 10 millimeter version of your highly successful APC-9.
Yeah, I think the popularity is coming back from the US mainly. Mm-hmm. That was the demand from BT USA to go for it. It was a rather easy task at the end. We just extended the receiver in the middle by 20 some millimeters, put a heavier bolt on it, tuned the hydraulic buffer well to the system, and that was it. There was not rocket science behind, to be honest. So.
See, that's what I was going to ask, because it feels a little bit heavier than the AP, not much. And it's about the same size, but it's really not much heavier, not much larger. So that was a question that I had, was how much needed to be done. Your answer, not much at all.
Not much. And from the shooting perspective, when you shoot it, it's like a 9 millimeter direct blowback without hydraulic buffer.
Mm-hmm. I see. So you get a little bit more kick.
You get a bit more kick, but it's still manageable, even in full auto.
When you look at the difference between like a GHM, the GHM has the bolt carrier group, and then basically your hydraulic buffer system is built into the back of the bolt carrier. On an APC line, you have basically, as you break this down, the recoil system is in the back of here. Now, if you look at them like to the naked eye and you look at like an APC 556 or 300 black, you look at it, it's hard to tell the visual difference. So always the indicator, because you don't want to damage stuff, is to run it off of here. So this one's got your 9, your 10, your 45 on here. Now we're able to, if we wanted to, now I'm able to move this whole bolt carrier group. Now I can switch out which side I want to go off of here. I can remove here as far as your ambi charging handles. The double one is a little bit of a different configuration, but this one can move from side to side. And then there's your bolt carrier group.
What really thrills me about the APC-10 is how light recoiling it is. It's utterly shocking. I will prove it to you on camera. This one's a full auto. I'm going to do 2 mag dumps into this target. This is more controllable than a lot of 9 mils that I've shot. It's like they've tuned the recoil and the cyclical rate where it just works perfectly. Allow me to demonstrate, please. Going hot. I mean, that's unbelievable. That a full mag dump of 10 millimeter, and you guys can see, not my most accurate shooting, of course, but you know, for 2. That was the first one. I was leaning into it too much. In fact, I wasn't giving the gun enough credit. And then there's the second mag dump. That's amazing. I mean, this is an extremely light recoiling gun for a 10 mil. I'm perfectly comfortable shooting this full auto. You're telling me that this was brought about by the U.S. consumer market, or was this something the law enforcement market?
No, the main thing came from the consumer market. We did it for the civilians, as they asked for it, and we could do it, so why not?
See, I'm actually kind of shocked by that, because I thought for sure maybe you had like a European or American agency, government agency asking for it.
No, that came, the agency request came after that, but not huge. I think the main numbers sold are still civilian, and we like to handle that. That's okay.
You personally, Karl, how do you feel about 10 millimeter, especially 10 mil versus 9 mil?
Okay, I have an MP5-10 I shot for many, many years in competition. As I like that, I love the cartridge, and I was familiar with when we went through it. And I think it's a great cartridge, so it's far superior than any other pistol caliber you can shoot today.
As I imagine, you were personally involved with this because you're personally involved with pretty much everything that occurs here. So were you excited to see that there was demand for this?
No, we just liked it, you know, and we are a team of guys, or fanboys, who do the products together, and yeah, we rather quickly said we go for a Glock lower. We use Glock magazines, we now do a 30-round extension, and at the end of the day, that was a piece of a week, and then it was done.
Yeah, speaking of the extended magazine, so this is just a standard right now.
Yep.
We've got a Glock 20 mag, but you're making, did I understand that correctly? You're making
An
30
extension,
round?
yeah. We have an extended version now with an alloy extension that should come out in about 4 weeks, let's say, end of October.
Okay, is it a standalone magazine, or are you saying extension like it's an extension?
You take the standard magazine from Glock, you add that to our extension, we get a dedicated spring to it, and that's it.
Okay, and how much is that going to cost?
Oh, no idea, ask Sean.
I mean, it's not going to be that expensive.
No,
I mean, 'cause it's
no,
just like
that's maybe 40, 50 bucks more than the normal magazine.
Talk to me about the stock, because this is one that I'm not even sure is in the United States yet, but I've been seeing a lot of it here at B&T HQ.
Yeah, that's new stock. You know, originally we wanted to go for a Magpul stock. We ordered 500 stocks, and then out of a sudden we hear that they will not be delivered ever. So we were kind of stuck, and we said, okay, let's do something at our own. And we did it. It's in serial production. We have the first stocks are actually delivered to the US. It will be the standard stock for all APC platform guns in the future as it comes like.
How does it work? Show me.
We have the side folding mechanism similar to the thing. You have here an adjustable cheek, and you can extend the stock to the back in different positions and raise the cheek how you want. Depends on the height of your stock, and you can always fold it. We have some interfaces for quick detached sling swivels, and it can be delivered in black or coyote tan.
How much would this cost, or will this cost, when it comes to the
with the hydraulic buffer together as a complete stock set, it's maybe $450, $500, I don't know.
Okay.
Ask Sean again.
Oh, for the stock. Yeah. Hey, look, you just make the stuff. You don't price it, right?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Talk to me about the APC series, in case there are people out there. I mean, of course, everybody's heard about it because this was the first Army contract for a sub gun since the grease gun in World War II. So you guys generated a lot of hype, a lot of news. We did some videos on it. I know everybody else did some videos on it. But what is the APC?
Yeah, I think the APC is a good platform, very reliable, with a lot of different options from lowers you can have, stock, barrel length, caliber. We think it's 100% ambidextrous. People are complaining, oh, it's not roller delayed, what piece it is. We say, yeah, why should we go to a roller delay system if we manage with the hydraulic buffer similar or better results, which being much more reliable. That's why at the moment we do not release anything else than what we have.
If you look at these sights, as far as the backup sights, they're basically dual purpose. So when they're in the down position, you're able to use them actually with a rear notch pistol sight and a front notch. And then you're also obviously able to move them into a standard position. And depending on height of optic mount, you then can do a lower third witness or a full co-witness.
It comes with a tri-lug barrel. Now, of course, I can't put my 9mm suppressor on there because we're shooting 10 mil. So I assume you're going to recommend like a 45 cal suppressor for this.
Now we have a dedicated 10mm suppressor in the US, always the SQD mount.
Oh, okay.
As the diameter of in front of the tri-lug is different to the 9 and 45, so you can only mount the dedicated suppressor to it.
What type of parts compatibility am I getting between the APC-9 and 10? Obviously, like the bolt, the barrel, most of that stuff.
The whole trigger parts are all the same. The stock interface is the same, charging handle, ejector, extractor.
I mean, there's a fair deal. There's a fair deal of parts compatibility, which is nice because, you know, APC-9s are out there. So if you get the APC-10, you're going to be able to get parts. I'm ashamed to admit, I haven't even seen one in the US. I know they exist.
Oh, we shipped quite a lot recently. I think they're in black and coyote tan. They can be ordered. They go as a pistol, and then people can SBR them or brace them, or how you call that.
Sure, yeah.
And they're running. We so far didn't hear anything negative from BT USA, so I assume they're happy with the performance.
I can swap out the lower just like everything else in the APC-9 series, but you guys probably aren't making anything different because you're kind of married to the Glock mags. Is there any possibility that we're going to get stick mags
Like
MP10, we'll call them style stick
Nope,
mags.
no.
No possibility, not going to
This
happen?
is a dedicated lower to the Glock 45 bigger magazine. So the distance of the hole is bigger. You cannot use any other lower.
Okay.
That's the difference. So there is a dedicated lower and only in the Glock magazine compatibility.
Can I use 40? I know you're probably going to say don't do it because it's not safe or something, but I mean, you and I both know that I can take my Glock 20, I can run 40 through it, and it's just fine. Could I hypothetically do this, even though you strongly recommend against doing it and avoid your warranty and all that, and it's dangerous, Could you?
We didn't test that to the extent, so.
Maybe I'll try it out because I am definitely planning on picking one of these up. How much does this cost? You don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, what should you?
Yeah, I think there
that's
is
not your
on
job.
the BT USA website, there is shorter price.
Yeah, I mean, you're just in charge of making cool shit and being cool
yeah.
and answering my questions on TFB, which I really appreciate. You know,
yeah.
and I know the viewers appreciate kind of getting this look behind the scenes, seeing that you're actually a really awesome dude, Karl. I mean, we love
we're
having you
here,
on
we
the
try
program.
our best. So.
Oh, of course.
But we're not here for pricing.
Yes, yeah, right. Guys, stay tuned. We're going to be bringing you more from B&T HQ in Switzerland.